All these people with nothing better to do. It's great to be here, great to see you. Wait a minute, that isn't an empty seat. I'm leaving, I saw an empty seat.
Today is Thursday, and I am shocked to see the number of people that we have on a Thursday, on a working day. When they found out you were coming to town, they just blew off their jobs, their bosses. There are a lot of unemployed people out there as of today to see you.
Woo! When are you going to learn that people will use any excuse to take a day off? I've been through that.
Yeah, Spider-Man has as well. Obviously, a kid, dumping school to come to see you. How you been? How are you, sir?
How have I been? Look at me, I'm wonderful, perfect. A model American man, but I've been pretty good. I mean, you asked the question, I want to give you an honest answer.
The American man.
How about that? I've been wonderful. There you go.
Okay, before we open up the floor, we got two locations for questions that we're going to be asking.
Wait a minute, what if I don't know the answer?
I'm sure you could be very embarrassed.
Wait, what's that back here? Oh my gosh! But I can't see myself. All I can see is my back. How can you wake this up so I can see me? If I look in there, it's there. Oh, well, I always have that problem. I never can see my face. Just as well.
Which brings me to how many times did they have to shoot your cameo roles? How many takes did they have to do to shoot your cameo roles for every single Marvel movie you've been in?
I have news for you about the cameos. You're the first people to hear this. I have decided to give somebody a cameo in my cameo. I think I've been keeping them to myself long enough. I thought it would be funny. For example, how would you like a cameo role in my cameo?
Woo! Yes,
Can I have the Black Panther part?
Oh, wow. I can't wait to see that movie.
Thanks to you, it's coming to us, so we appreciate that a lot. Okay, so one last question for me before we go ahead and illuminate the side of the walls where the questions are. Oh, you know what I forgot to wear? I have a Team Cap, Team Iron Man t-shirt. The Team Cap, Team Iron Man?
Yeah.
Okay, are you Team Cap or are you Team Iron Man?
I don't get what you said.
No, in simple.
I have this problem. I can hear him perfectly. I can hear you perfectly when you talk. I cannot hear what people are saying through the microphone because it sounds like. I can go down, talk like a human being.
Yes, Dan. Yes, sir. Good work.
Oh, Team Cap. Because Bob, who plays Iron Man, happens to be a friend of mine. And if he finds out what I said, it'll break him up so he won't even be able to do a good performance next movie. So it's our secret.
Get my
I'm a
Facebook
Team
out.
Cap guy, but that must not leave this room. Because if Bob finds out, ooh, Robert Downey, I'm the only guy who calls him Bob. Everybody calls him Robert. I think, okay, we know he's Robert. I said to him one day, hey, do you mind if I call you Bob? And he said, I don't care, call me Bob, Bobo, Boo-Boo. Yeah, what do I care? As long as they pay me.
Okay, if we can probably turn some lights so we can see where the questions are coming from. We're going to go to, obviously, this side of the room. Number one, sir, do you have a question for Mr. Stanley?
Keep it easy.
Absolutely. We all, or most of us, have heard what your early process was creating new characters and starting to write the comics. You've been asked that a lot by people like us and professionals. But what I was curious about is, as time goes on, and you start hearing from people like myself, who tell you that you influenced us as human beings, our lives, even as parents. Does that soaking in, hearing that, does that start to affect your creative process when you look at creating new characters? Or even writing?
Does it affect the creative process when I what? And elaborate.
I can say it without the microphone, heavily.
It's soaked in to the point that it almost embarrasses me. I must admit, I love hearing it, but I wasn't writing, I gotta admit, I wasn't writing those stories to do a favor to the human race. I was doing it to make a living so I'd be able to pay the bills. And when people later say to me in some way or other, your stories have meant a lot to me, I cannot tell you how great that makes me feel. Because if you can do something that other people enjoy or appreciate, what could be nicer? What could be more gratifying? So I thank you very much for saying that. And I thank anybody who feels that they've enjoyed the stories I've written and that they've gotten something out of it. Maybe it helped make a day a little brighter for them. That's the most any writer can expect, and I love all the fans for that. Thank you.
Okay, sir, you have a question over there?
Miss Billy, thanks so much for all you've created. My question is, how long did it take for you to do your cameo in the Deadpool movie, and did you try to make it last longer?
I heard that one. I don't know if I should tell you the truth about that cameo.
Yes! Please!
No, it'll kill all your fun.
No, do it.
I was not in the topless dancing place. I did that in a studio, and then they put it into the movie. And I'm damn mad about it. I made him promise on the next one I'm going to be right there.
I'd like to ask that no one offer their services here at Megacon to Mrs. Stanley this weekend, especially in the autograph line. No topless dancers, please. Thank you. Hi.
I wanted to ask, when you have free time, I know you probably don't have a lot of it, but what is your favorite non-superhero TV show that's on? If you watch TV, if you have a chance.
Well, if it's non-TV and if it doesn't have me in some form, why would I bother watching it? Now, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Even though I look like one of the most perfect human beings you can ever see, my eyesight has gotten really terrible. And I can't drive anymore. I have to have somebody drive me. And I can't really see clearly what's on the TV screen or on a movie screen. And my hearing, as you can tell, is not that good. So I don't see well, I don't hear well. So I don't really watch much TV. And mostly I spend the time talking to my wife, telling her how great I am. She keeps saying, I know, you've told me. Never can say it enough. And it's one of my lasting regrets, because I used to love, well, nobody loved movies and TV more than me. But I know we have some shows on now. I haven't seen the Daredevil show yet. And I am so eager, I'm waiting for somebody to give me a disc, and I'll play it at home, and maybe I can get it in focus and get the sound so that I can tell what the hell is going on. By the way, is it a good show? Do you like it?
Yes!
People thought I was crazy when I said, I'm going to have a superhero who's blind. And I said, you can't do that. And I said, no, just watch me. Okay. Yeah.
thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for it.
I'm very welcome.
Hello, I am a high school math teacher, and I was wondering if there was a teacher that left an impression on you.
I missed the key word. She is the one. Oh. Oh, yes, every teacher I had influenced me. I remember there was a Mrs. Friedman when I was a young kid, and she said, whenever you don't know something, don't walk away not knowing it. Go to an encyclopedia or a dictionary, look it up. Don't put it aside. Try to learn everything you can. And then there was another teacher. I said I wanted to be a writer. And he said, well, if you want to be a writer, there's only one thing you can do. Write! I thought that was a good idea. And there were others. You know something? I think every one of us are influenced not only by our teachers, and that's a great influence, and our parents, but by everybody we know. We're influenced by everything we see and hear and read. And that's why you should really try to be careful to have friends who can help you and influence you the right way. If you go with people that you can admire a little bit and try to be like them, people who are better than you at something or other, and you want to get to be as good as them, it just helps to have something always to shoot for, some goal that'll improve you. See, actually, I can't do that because I'm perfect, but the average
My father, what side are we on? We're on this side now, right?
No.
Oh, we're on this side? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi. In Captain America Civil War, you did a cameo as a mailman. For that delivery, you said Tony stank. Was that your idea, or how did you feel about it?
Now, I have to admit, those little cameos, which of course make the movies, those little cameos are dreamed. By the way, did the person who asked the question sit over there? It sounded like the voice, right? That's the funniest thing. It sounded to me like it came from there. Oh, anyway, I'll never understand that. What was I saying? Here's how the cameos work. I get a call, and we need you to do a cameo for this and such movie. Be on the set at 9 in the morning. So I get there at 9 in the morning. All right, go into wardrobe, and they put some clothes on me. And okay, the director will see you now, and he tells me what I'm supposed to say and do, and I do it magnificently, of course. And then he says, thank you very much, and I go home, and that's it. I mean, I have nothing to do with deciding what the cameo should be. I did not make up Bob Stank or whatever that was. But it was funny, everybody seemed to like it. And I'll tell you a funny thing, though, now that I mentioned it about the wardrobe. I remember once I had something to do, and they told me to report to wardrobe. So I was wearing a white shirt, a pair of blue jeans, white sneakers, and that was really just about all. And I go there, and the girl, who's the wardrobe girl, said, all right, Mr. Lee, we want you to, and she brought some clothes out. She said, I want you to wear this white shirt, these blue jeans, and these white sneakers. So I said, that's very nice, but I'm already wearing that. And she said, oh, no, you have to wear our shirt and jeans and sneakers. So I had to put on that shirt, jeans, and sneakers, do the little bit, come back. Nobody would have known the difference. They made you do that. I'm warning you. If ever you do a cameo, it doesn't matter what you're wearing, they're going to make you change.
Good to know.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And then over there.
Always love to serve. So my question is, with the reveal yesterday that Cap is saying Hail Hydra, in the most recent comic, and you being Team Cap, how do you feel about that? How do you feel that he's on that side?
How do I feel about what?
There was news release recently in the last couple of days that Captain America had was a double agent, that he is part of Hydra as well. That's what's coming up.
Well, I want to tell you, I read about that. Just as you did, I know nothing about it. I just read on the internet. They mentioned it. It's a hell of a clever idea. I don't know that I would ever have thought of it. For him to be a double agent, but it's going to make you curious. It's going to make you want to read the books. They'll probably do a movie based on it. So I can't fault it. It's a good idea. I think it's crazy, but it's a good idea.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Hi.
Given the awesome cameo in Civil War, how do you feel about the affectionate nickname Stank Lee?
Well, I don't want to make any enemies among the people who make the movies, so I think it would be a great movie. I'm also a coward.
Thank you. No, I don't think so. Hey, we're on this side here. This gentleman is full height.
First thing, I'm a huge fan. And also, do you have any idea what your cameo is going to be in Doctor Strange?
I have no idea. I haven't done it. In fact, wait a minute. I'm going to Dallas, and from there I'm going to, I forget where, somewhere on the East Coast, Delaware or somewhere, where they're shooting 3 cameos at one time. I've got to be there the week, either next week or the week after, and I'm going to do 3 cameos for 3 different movies. Now, I don't know what the movies are, I don't know what the cameos are, but I know I'll damn well be there. I don't want to miss them. So there will be 3 new ones coming along pretty soon, unless they get me to change my clothes with the ones I'm wearing and I get angry and have a fight. You never know.
Yeah. Well, there's an exclusive for you guys. 3 cameo. I think you ought to just go naked. Go naked. Yeah. That way you don't have to worry about taking your own clothes. You
Well,
go
I didn't know this was going to be that kind of a panel.
You brought up the strippers. You brought up the strippers.
Well, everything is my fault.
Okay, yeah.
Also, might be the best cameo actor ever.
I'm the only cameo actor. I've got the field all myself.
Oh my God, my humble father. I love him to death. Hi.
My name is Cassidy.
Oh, I see what happened. That's a loudspeaker. I keep thinking the person is that's a loudspeaker. The person is over there. Somebody is missing. Okay, I'll do it by myself. No, I'm hard to get along with.
I love this man. Need a drink. Hi, right here.
So, I'm 12 years old, and you're my idol.
Good. Thank you.
Oh my god, this is.
I just wanted to know what's your best piece of advice for life?
My best piece of advice. I think try to get along with everybody. Be friendly. In fact, I think the best advice ever written is in 10 words. It's the golden rule. Do unto others as you have others do unto you. If you treat other people the way you want to be treated, there'd never be any problems, you know? So I think try to be friendly with people. If somebody has any fault, try to overlook it. Nobody is perfect except me, of course. And I guess that's about it. I don't know. But as you go through life, look at the bright side rather than the rotten side. You can always look at things two ways. So try to look at them in a cheerful, optimistic way. It helps a little. And I'm not good at this, really.
Love it. Okay. You having a good time?
Well, I certainly am.
All right, we're on that side. Hi, young sir.
Now the voice will probably come out of there.
Whatever. Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Anthony, and you're my idol too. And I have a question. What do you think about DC Comics?
Is that it?
Yes, sir.
All right. I think DC Comics is a company that publishes superhero comic books. I'll tell you a funny thing about them, though, to give you an idea of how creative and imaginative they are. When we started with the superheroes, we were called Atlas Comics. And after the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man and the X-Men, and I saw that we were onto something, I said, we ought to change our name. We ought to get a great name that would represent the company the way it is now. So after thinking a while, I came up with Marvel Comics because I love advertising in a way, and it was easy to advertise the word Marvel. You could come up with slogans like, make mine Marvel, and all those things that, welcome to the Marvel age of comics. And it was a great name. Now, DC. They were called National Comics years ago. And when we changed our name to Marvel, some genius over at National Comics said, hey, we ought to change our name too. So we became Marvel. And what did they change their name to? DC. That'll give you an idea of the kind of competition we had. I don't intend to sound like I'm putting them down because just a lot of the guys there are good friends of mine. They're very talented. It's fun to have this friendly rivalry. If they're doing a panel somewhere, they're probably saying the same kind of things about me. But they don't do as many panels.
So all you DC fans out there, he really is a nice guy, I'm telling you that, okay? All right. Where are we? You okay, son? Thank you. You good? All right, brother.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi.
Many years ago, you did a centerfold photo, and I've always wanted to know what the story was behind that.
I did a what?
A centerfold photo.
A centerfold where I was lying on the couch without too many clothes on.
I'm assuming there's a great story behind that, and I would love to hear it because it's been driving me.
Yeah, there was a story behind it. No, it was a simple, we did anything for a laugh. There was an actor, Burt Reynolds. He played in Smokey and the Bear and a lot. He was a very big actor for a long time, and a nice guy. And for some reason, he once did a centerfold lying naked in a magazine. I don't know if it was Playboy or what magazine. But, I mean, you couldn't see him. He was naked, but it was a modest photo. And a lot of people talked about it. And one day, the people at our office at Marvel said, hey, why don't we get Stan to do that? And, you know, I'm stupid. I'll do anything to get a laugh. So I lay down on the couch. It looked like I was naked, but I really wasn't. I had my glasses on. I was laying face down, and it was okay. And they took the picture and put it in the comic book. And I I'd like to say that comic book sold 100 million copies. Well, it was a regular comic book. But that was the story. We just did it as a gag because Burt Reynolds had done it. And at least I hope it would make them buy a couple of copies of Marvel Comics.
Thank you. So if any of you guys have a copy of that and you present it to Stan Lee at his autograph table, take the tape off, okay? Or the staples out, or whatever. Where are you? Hi.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm here for my 13th birthday, and I was wondering, what if you were one of the superheroes that you created? Which one would you be?
Which superhero would I be if I could be any of my superheroes?
Yes.
I think maybe Tony Stark. I mean, if you think about it, he's the richest of them. He's the handsomest. The girls love him. And he got those cool suits of armor. Yeah, I'd say Tony Stark.
And also, can you say Excelsior?
You want to hear if I can say it, if I can pronounce it, if I remember it at my age? All right, here we go. Settle back. Excelsior! Thank you, Excelsior fans.
Okay, we're on this side of the room. Hi.
Hello there. Well, I don't have a question. I just wanted to say thank you for everything that you have created. And it's an honor to be in your presence. You're the remaining god of this amazing universe called Marvel. And yes, it helped us, a lot of us, get through a lot of stuff. And I believe I'm talking for a lot of people that either got nervous to stand away from the microphone or that couldn't make it here to Megacon. So again, it's an amazing honor to be in your presence. Thank you for everything, man.
Thank you. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
It is absolutely true. A lot of us who grew up watching television, we got involved in fact, we were playing some music from the 1966 version of...
Mike again, I can't hear you. He keeps talking to me this way, and it sounds like... But all I want him to do is talk this way, but he doesn't remember.
It's the cutest thing.
You can say that anyway.
All right. I told you we love him. Okay. Hey, man.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Lee? I just want to say thank you for all the years of comics, movies.
You're welcome.
What was your feeling about when they killed off Wolverine? Was it?
Ain't no way that Wolverine is gonna stay dead.
That's all I wanted to know.
I'll make sure of that.
Once again, thank you, Mr. Lee, for all your years of comics and whatnot.
You're most welcome. Did it all to you. For all of you. And for me.
Yeah. That was a DC fan. Okay. Hey.
Okay, so growing up, the family was really busy. We didn't have a lot of time to come together. But one thing that we did come together for in the early 2000s was a show called Who Wants to Be a Superhero? And I was wondering, do you still keep in contact with our superheroes? Are they doing anything really fun still? Are they still helping everyone?
No, I wish I did. I have really lost track with all of them, I guess. They've gone their way. But they were a good group, and we were friendly for quite a while. And did you know we have another TV show called Stanley's Superhumans or something? It's around in syndication. It's a good show. It should be a hit. I don't know why it isn't. But we do have a hit. Oh, we have a show in England called Stanley's Lucky Man. And it's on Sky Broadcasting. And they just renewed it for another season. It's about sort of a superhero who has strange kind of luck. And I'm waiting for them to bring it over to this country because it's doing well. So watch for it. Lucky Man. when you see it, it's our show, and you remember, you heard it here.
Okay, we're still moving along. We're going to go along quickly here. Hi, young lady.
Stan and Mrs. Lee, thank you so much very much for coming this week, and I hope you have a good time too.
I always have a good time here. You people are great.
My question to you is, when you first started coming up with your concepts, and this may have been asked already, but when you first started coming up with it, did you have an idea that it would become, or a hope that it would become as big as it is today? These characters that you helped create and did create, that they would become the humongous effect on everybody that they are today.
All I got out of that was the word humongous. You are so fast, so beautifully fast. What did she say? Did I ever think the characters that I did would be as popular as they are? Did he quote you correctly?
Yes. Yes, sir.
You could have said it in 18 words. No, obviously, in the beginning, when I first did the Fantastic Four with Jack Kirby and the X-Men, and then Spider-Man with Steve Ditko and the Hulk and whatever the order was, all I hoped was that the books would sell so we could pay the rent and I'd keep my job. And they weren't. In those days, comics weren't big sellers, and there weren't big conventions like this. We had a little office, we turned out the books. I'll tell you a tragic thing. We would get the original artwork back from the printer after the book was done, and we didn't have room to keep those boards. They were about that big. So if somebody came up to the office to deliver coffee from the soda shop downstairs, before the guy left, he'd say, hey, take some of this artwork with you, will you? We don't have room for it. And we gave away artwork that is worth a fortune today. And we had no idea that these books and these stories would ever amount to what they did. It just seems to have happened. It's like a miracle, and I'm very grateful for it. And I'm so glad that these things turned out to have brought enjoyment to so many people, because as a writer, that's the most you can hope for, that people will enjoy what you write. So thank you all for enjoying it.
Fantastic for 93.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wait a minute. You should have seen me when I was a cool 92. Thank you. Oh, we also have my friend Max, who's behind the curtain. Max Anderson, he has set up a Stanley Museum, and he has all kinds of artwork, original artwork, and different things from movies like Iron Man's helmet and Captain America's shield and things like that, and they're all autographed. And he's going to be worth a lot more money than anybody here with those. But apparently he wanted me to mention it, so I mentioned it. He's behind the curtain, and you did give me my little payment for mentioning it.
Awesome. What do we, this way? Hi.
Hi, hello. Let me just say it's such a pleasure meeting you. I'm such a big fan, but...
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did I answer? I just said thank you. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, it's fine. You're like the greatest person in the world, so... I would just have one question to ask. In your opinion, how has Marvel changed from the beginning to now?
In my opinion, oh, it's gotten bigger, it's gotten better. Marvel has become one of the most famous companies in the whole world. And our character, you know, when I was a kid, people would talk about Mickey Mouse, because wherever you went in the world, there was a little picture of Mickey Mouse. Everybody knew Mickey Mouse. And Walt Disney was like a god with the things he did. But now, you can go anywhere in the world, and they're selling little Spider-Man costumes for kids. And they're selling little Hulk toys, and little Iron Man armor, and things like that. It's hard to believe, but Marvel has become universal. They know about us. In fact, I'm trying to pay back in a sense, because we're now working on a Latino superhero, on an Indian superhero. We have a Chinese superhero. I'm working on it. I have another company called POW Entertainment, POW. And that, of course, stands for Purveyors of Wonder. And under the POW banner, we have a movie now, a new superhero called The Annihilator. And it's going to be sensational. It'll probably come out in a year, and I think you're going to love it. And we have another one with a Chinese heroine, and it's called The Realm of the Tiger. And there's a girl, a woman, who's the top actress in China, and she's also well known around the world. She's going to star in it, and her name is Lee Bing. Not your average name, but she's a great actress, very beautiful, so she'll be in Realm of the Tiger. So what I'm trying to say is, we're trying to do things involving people all over the world. Did I mention we have an Indian, from India, an Indian superhero named Chakra? You'll be hearing about him later on. I feel that the world cannot have too many superheroes, and it's my job to make sure they keep coming.
All right, young man, hello? You stand there for a minute. Okay, I'm sensing a little low esteem issues that's going on from when you asked your question. I just want you to know, this man has created people like us, geeks, nerds, people who think they're not the nicest people in the world. You're amongst friends. Every single person here is the greatest person in the world, just like yourself, because of this man. So don't ever think that you have problems, because you don't. Peter Parker has problems, but you don't, okay? So you are, I'm sorry for preaching, you are the greatest person in the world. You understand?
Don't worry, I know I'm amazing.
Sounds like me.
Alrighty, we're on this side. Hey, Spider Dude.
Hey, Stan, long time fan, very God. But anyways, my funny question would be to you is, I know you do all your cameos, but in the movies themselves, have you ever snuck one of the costumes and tried them on yourselves, or do you like to dress up?
No, I've never done that. But years ago, somebody made me a Spider-Man costume. And I did put it on in the privacy of my home. But it was a phony. I mean, I couldn't stick to the wall. But I still have it at home somewhere, my little Spider-Man costume.
All right, guys, we're going to take maybe 2 more questions from each side. Hey, Max, how much time do we have? Got it. Okay, we're going to take 1 more question for each side, guys. We're going to run it up. Thank you for the rest of you guys. So we're going to go, what are we, on this side now? No, we're on this side. So this gentleman right here, go ahead.
Alright, so first of all, I think it's amazing that I'm seeing you, and it's not a Marvel cameo, it's just incredible.
Not a red carpet.
Well, my question is, who do you think was a better Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield?
It would be unfair of me to answer that, because Toby is a good friend of mine. But I think that, what's the name of the other guy? very good job. It's just Toby, I have a sentimental attachment for. He did it first, and he did it so beautifully. But, it was good too.
All right, I'm going to keep to my word. And the last question on this side, and then we have something to show Stan for 60 seconds, and then we'll kill it. You're the last one, son.
Hey Stan, I just wanted to say that I'm a really big fan. You have inspired me to do a lot of things like create my own books and my own universe of characters. So I have a question saying, is there any chance in the world of a Marvel versus DC movie?
Wow. You know, that would really be terrific. And we did a Spider-Man versus Superman. I'm never going to say Superman first. We did a Spider-Man versus Superman comic book years ago. A big, giant-sized book. Sold very well. And I had Spider-Man win. But I don't think there would ever be a movie like that, only because of the lawyers and the businessmen and the contracts. They'd never be able to figure out who gets what and whose name comes first and how to do it. But if they ever could do it, man, I think everybody would want to see that. So it's a good idea.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Stan Lee!
It's my favorite, so.
It reminds me of an issue of Spider-Man I did. When Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy, went lingerie shopping. Of course, the Green Goblin showed up, and he pumpkin bombed the hell out of the place. But aside from that, it's pretty much the same thing.
You know, I guess one person can make the difference. Enough said. Thank you very much. I never had a better time. I wish you all the best. And I hope to see you again next year. See you all.
All right, you guys enjoyed that? Was that great?
Yeah!
And it's only Thursday.